My name is Rowan Lewis and I'm teaching a new unit here at Whitley College in second semester called Youth and Spirituality. It's a unit that focuses on the spiritual lives of young people, not just how to run a youth ministry, how to teach a Bible study, but what really grows faith. How do young people uniquely experience God? And how do they join the dots of their lives together to discover their vocation and calling in life? Now, the heartbeat of this unit has been a journey of me of a number of years that really came from a very disorienting experience that I had in my second year of being formally employed to do youth ministry at a church. There's this leadership development program that ran at the church. It involved some of the young up-and-coming leaders that were very serious about their faith. And so every second week on a Friday night they came together for Bible study, for prayer, for even memorizing scripture. They got involved in service projects, running things around the church, justice and mission events. They were even being mentored by various other elders within the community. As the year drew to a close, we thought we'd run a night a little bit differently, and as all good youth ministry planning happens, we just thought, well, let's bring them together, we'll go downstairs to the basement, we'll have pizza and we'll see what happens. Well, this night we were down in the basement, pizza was being inhaled at a rapid rate, and as silence sort of happened and they looked to us to say, so what's happening next? What are we doing tonight? Why is this so different? I didn't quite know what to do. And so I kicked a box into the middle of the group and said, look, if your faith was like a pizza, what kind of pizza would it be? And I thought to myself, what a crazy question that was. But they kind of looked at me with this confused expression because, you know, normally the right answer to a question is Jesus, but they couldn't work out what kind of pizza Jesus would be. Until one girl finally said, look, I think my faith might be a capricciosa. You know, it's kind of okay. It's not a super supreme, but it's holding together. But there was another girl across the circle. She had a different kind of puzzled expression on her face. It was more the expression of, do I say this? Do I really say this? And in the end, she did. She said, you know what? My faith is actually, it's more like a Hawaiian pizza. At this point, the room just erupted into howls of protest because only a minute ago or 5 minutes ago, this girl was saying how pineapple was an abomination unto the Lord and should never be found on a pizza at all. And so they were asking her, how can you say your faith is like a Hawaiian pizza when you just said pineapple has no earthly place on a pizza? And she said, but that's exactly my point. I know the way I live, I know the ideals of the Christian faith, and those two things don't sit together for me, and I don't even want to do anything about that. And at that point, the air in the room changed. Another guy, I think he swore from the other side of the circle and said, yeah, my faith's like a margarita, like base, tomato, cheese, just the basics. It's like another guy kicked the box back across the room and said, my faith is like an empty pizza box, just the smell that something nice was there, but now it's almost gone entirely. And that was the moment, that moment where I thought to myself, I'm all out of tricks. These young people for a year, and some of them more, have been doing Bible study, Bible memorization, they're intergenerationally connected, they're being mentored, they're involved in service project. They're doing everything that I know how to do in youth ministry, and here we are after a year of hard work, and I've got a Hawaiian, a margarita and an empty pizza box for faith. I didn't know what else to do, I didn't know where else to turn, I didn't have any tools or tricks or arrows left in my youth ministry quiver. And I realised that at that moment, I knew how to do a good Bible study. I'd been trained in the art of exegesis, but I didn't know if I could actually guide people into hearing God's voice for themselves. I knew how to put together a theologically erudite worship service, but I don't know if I knew how to journey with people so that they could uniquely experience God's voice for themselves. I knew how to preach a great sermon on God's will, but I don't know if I could journey with young people as their faith grew and changed over the lifespan. And I knew how to draw young people into leadership and to nurture their skills of guiding others, but I don't know if I could help a young person draw the dots on their unique calling and vocation in life. In short, I knew how to run a youth ministry machine, but I don't know if I actually knew how to grow the faith and the spiritual lives of youth, young people and young adults. So in many ways, this unit comes from many years, almost 15 years now, of being faced with such a disorienting kind of experience, and the research and the experience and the learning that has grown from there. And that's what this unit is about. In the end, I hope you'll be doing great Bible studies with young people, guiding them in terrific worship services and taking them on mission trips where they can internalise and love the justice and the calling of God. But this is not about running youth ministry programs. It's about genuinely understanding the spiritual lives of young people, how their faith grows and changes over the course of their lives, and how you can nurture their unique experience of God. So I'm really excited about this unit. I'm really looking forward to journeying, maybe even with you, as we explore these questions, discuss these kinds of issues, and learn to respect, understand and nurture the spiritual lives of young people. Youth Spirituality at Whitley College in Semester 2, 2015. I look forward to seeing you there.